Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Tanya Jahwar, and my heart is so incredibly full welcoming you back to our soul sanctuary in a digital world. To the 67 of you who have officially joined our family as Legacy Visionaries, and to those stepping onto our porch for the very first time, welcome home. If you have felt a heavy weight on your chest this week, if the deadlines, the transitions, or the silent battles have felt like too much to bear, I want you to take a deep breath right now. You are not under attack. You are under production. Grab your journals, clear your space, and let's look at the design behind the crush. Then Jesus came with them to a place called Gethsemane. And he said to the disciples,
"Sit here while I go and pray over there."
And he took with him Peter and the two sons of Zebedee, and he began to be sorrowful and deeply distressed. Then he said to them,
"My soul is exceedingly sorrowful, even to death. Stay here and watch with me."
He went a little farther and fell on his face and prayed, saying,
"Oh, my Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as you will."
Look closely at the architecture of submission. Jesus didn't just pray, he fell. The creator of the cosmos sat under a weight so heavy that his physical biology began to fracture under the pressure. Before the cross, there was the crush. Before the public display of victory, there was a private night of pulling down the agony of the assignment. Breathe in, breathe out. Posture your heart right now, because the environment you are currently cursing might just be the very press God is using to extract your oil. Welcome back, Legacy Visionaries, to the Gethsemane Garden. We are moving deeper into our 7-part metamorphosis, and today your internal landscape is shifting from architectural awareness to structural activation. Up until now, we've talked about the mind, but today we are awakening the soul. Your soul is not an abstract concept. It is the literal seat of your mind, your will, and your raw emotions. It is the place where you feel the highest joys and the deepest agonizing fractures. In episode number 1, The Awakening, we realized our soul wasn't buried in the dark. It was planted. In episode number 2, The Thought Altar, we began to clean up the canvas of our soul, using the neuroplasticity of faith to pull down illegal arguments. But Legacy Visionaries, you cannot just decorate the altar with words. Your soul must be awakened by experience. And that brings us to episode number 3, The Oil Press. Gethsemane is not just a historical garden. It is the exact coordinate in your life where your soul experiences the heaviest emotional friction. When Jesus cried out that his soul was sorrowful even unto death, he was showing us that the soul is where the pressure hits hardest. Why? Because the press is the only environment designed to force your human will to yield its pure, unadulterated oil. Today, we stop just talking about awakening and we let the press do the work. The world wants the oil, but it flees from the press. We want the illumination, the influence, and the healing flow, but we curse the very environment designed to extract it. An olive cannot yield oil while it remains whole on the branch. It must sit under the stone. You see, we've grown accustomed to taking a small vial of olive oil for granted. We pour it, we use it without a single thought of the massive heavy stone it took to crush that olive for our consumption. And if we aren't careful, we do the exact same thing with the cross. We forget the violent transition it took for Jesus to move from absolute deity into fragile human flesh for us, and the agonizing weight of the press he endured in this very garden. Hear me close. We must remember his crush so that we never feel isolated in ours. You are not alone under the stone. Today, we are changing our relationship with the pressure. Welcome to the center of the garden. Today, we are extracting the core jewel of this entire masterclass, and it requires us to step directly into the intersection where deep theology meets biological truth. To understand the architecture of your breakthrough, we must first look at the language of the text. In the Gospels, the sacred site of agony is called Gethsemane. But linguistically, in the original Hebrew, the word is Gat Shmanim, which literally translates to the oil press. It was not a manicured sanctuary of comfort. It was an industrial site of crushing. It was an environment specifically designed to apply mechanical weight to a whole harvest until the fluid inside was forced to separate from the seed. In my doctoral dissertation, I conducted an exhaustive scriptural analysis of the raw, multidimensional emotions Jesus navigated within this very coordinate. The text pulls back the veil of his soul, revealing an exceeding sorrow, a heavy distress, and a profound psychological grief. He was not stoic under the stone. He felt the full crushing weight of human agony. In fact, Luke's gospel records in anatomical crisis that his sweat became like great drops of blood falling down to the ground. In modern medicine, we recognize this rare clinical phenomenon as hematidrosis. The pressure was so severe that his physical biology began to fracture under the weight of the assignment. But hear me close, legacy visionaries. Jesus did not allow his emotional crisis to cause a structural collapse. Instead, he anchored his soul in spiritual alignment. And this is where the biological miracle takes place within our own anatomy. Our Creator did not just command us to endure the pressure. He programmed our brain to translate it. When your mind experiences severe emotional friction under spiritual alignment, it activates what I call the neuroplasticity of stress. This means that under the weight of the stone, your brain stops defaulting to standard fearful flight or fight mechanisms. Instead, the pressure triggers a curative crush, forcing your neural networks to physically remodel themselves, tearing down old fortresses of hopelessness and forging deep, high-density resilience. God built the press into your very biology. The stone restricted by the Father is not permitted to pulverize your destiny. It is only allowed to crush the outer shell that keeps your anointing trapped inside. The pressure isn't destroying you, it's extracting you. An olive cannot yield oil while it remains whole on the branch. It must be harvested, it must be broken, and it must sit under the heavy weight of the stone. The oil doesn't come from the stone. The oil was already inside the olive. The press simply proves what you are made of. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Dr. Tanya, you just don't know the weight of my stress. You're sitting in your car before work, begging for strength just to open the door. You're looking at bank accounts that don't match your assignment, or managing a diagnosis that feels like a heavy stone on your chest. You feel like you're being pulverized into dust, pressured on every side. But I came to tell you that the stone restricted by God cannot destroy your identity. It is only allowed to crush what is keeping your anointing trapped inside. The pressure of that broken relationship, the career transition, or that silent grief is not burying you. It is extracting the real you. Stop asking God to lift the pressure before He has extracted the purpose. The seed broke open at the altar, but the harvest is refined in the press. Legacy visionaries, please stop running from the environment that makes you potent. Your metamorphosis requires the press, and hear me closely. You were never meant to navigate the pressure in isolation. When Jesus entered Gethsemane, He didn't go alone. He brought His disciples with Him. He didn't ask them to carry the weight of His cup because only He could drink it, but He positioned them to anchor the environment. That is the true power of covenant community. We don't need people who try to take away our stone. We need a tribe of legacy visionaries who will stand watch with us while our oil is being extracted. The world today will tell you that the remedy for your heavy mind is soul care. They'll tell you to escape, to pamper, to soothe the friction. But modern soul care is designed to comfort your current condition, while your Gethsemane is designed to activate your divine design. Soul care wants to coddle the olive. The press wants to extract the anointing. Please stop settling for temporary comfort when God is trying to give you structural fortitude. The grave wants you to believe you are being destroyed, but the garden knows you are being refined. If this session brought peace to your pressure tonight, please subscribe, share this with a visionary who is currently under the stone. Drop an olive in the comments to let me know you are standing firm in community. Check the description box below if you want to read further into my scriptural dissertation on the emotions of Jesus, or join our inner circle on Buy Me a Coffee. Join me next week for episode number 4, The Hidden Shift. Remember, reconstruct your internal world one jewel at a time. And the next time you feel pressed on every side, I want you to remember the design. The grave wants you to believe you are being pulverized into dust. The garden knows you are being refined into anointing. Your design is secure. Thank you all for joining me in the Gethsemane Garden. May you see yourself through the eyes of the one who created you today. These are truly the jewels of life. Goodbye, everybody.